China's engagement is not a death sentence for democracy. However, we identify several causal links where facets of China's influence have directly resulted in anti-democratic or authoritarian consolidation. These include efforts like soft power media engagement, China's citizen security assistance, and a variety of other ways where China helps to lock in or exacerbate authoritarian consolidation.
Hi, I'm Ryan Berg, Director of the Americas Program.
And I'm Henry Ziemer, a Research Associate with the Americas Program.
And we're here to talk about our recent report, Exporting Autocracy, China's Role in Democratic Backsliding in Latin America and the Caribbean.
The report takes a look at two of the largest macro trends that we've been seeing in Latin America and the Caribbean, namely the dramatic rise in China's engagement with the hemisphere and the phenomena of democratic backsliding in the region. And we look to see whether or not there are facets of China's engagement which are directly tied or creating democratic backsliding within the hemisphere.
If we take a step back and look at the broad sweep of the last 20 years of Latin American history, I think one of the biggest new dynamics that's taken place in the region is undoubtedly the rise of China. China becoming either the number one or number two trade partner of just about every country in the Western Hemisphere. At the same time, one of the things that we've noticed is a significant uptick in democratic backsliding. This has been measured by democratic indices such as the Economist Intelligence Unit, showing that Latin America and the Caribbean is the region of the world that's experienced the most democratic backsliding in the last 20 years. And so as researchers, we ask the question, do these two things have a connection? They seem to hang together. There seems to be a correlation, but are there some causal factors that we can tease out through case study analysis?
One of the biggest takeaways is that China's engagement is not a death sentence for democracy. However, we identify several causal links where facets of China's influence have directly resulted in anti-democratic or authoritarian consolidation. These include efforts like soft power media engagement, China's citizen security assistance, and a variety of other ways where China helps to lock in or exacerbate authoritarian consolidation.
Given China's dramatic rise over the last 20 years in Latin America and the Caribbean, policymakers have been grappling with how to come up with a better counteroffer to Latin America and the Caribbean, how to keep the United States as a preferred partner, how to message on China. And this report offers some ways forward as well as advocates for a democracy-first approach to the region, which looks to insulate the region against some of the corrosive effects of democratic backsliding, looks to curtail China's engagement in some of those critical areas where there may be some of the most corrosive impacts on democracy, and then advocates for competition with China in some of those areas where we think the U.S. has strengths to offer a better alternative. To read the full report, Exporting Autocracy, China's Role in Democratic Backsliding in Latin America and the Caribbean, please visit csis.org.